Hello and welcome to a special sneak peek edition of MindShareTV. I'm your host, Robert Martellacci, chair of the 16th Canadian EdTech AI Summit. Just 35 days to go at the University of Toronto. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by a national leader who's been a champion for equitable technology-enhanced learning for decades, Maxim Jean-Louis, President and CEO of Contact North. Maxim will be joining us for the Opening Fireside Chat Panel entitled AI and Humanity, Building Trust, Equity, and Sustainability. Welcome, Maxim. It's an honor to have you on the show.
Robert, welcome. And I admire your leadership in our area very much.
Yeah, for your kind words, Maxim. A little bit about Maxim Jean-Louis. He's the long-standing, I was going to say the longest standing, probably you are the longest standing serving president CEO of Contact North and Ontario's distance education and training network. Under his leadership, Contact North has become a global leader in using technology to expand equitable access to post-secondary education in remote and underserved communities. As an innovator and policy influencer, Maxim has also served as an advisor to the Minister of Post-Secondary Education and on global education bodies. He's a strong advocate for using AI responsibly to enhance human-centered learning and inclusion. And it's so appropriate that you're joining us as the theme is empowering human-centered, sustainable learning in an AI-inspired world. Fascinating times. Contact North has been, and you have been a leader in using technology to serve learners in remote regions and underserved communities. How are you approaching the rise of AI to support equitable access to education? You really have that growth mindset, because I recall you jumping on AI very soon after I heard it mentioned. So talk to me about what inspired it and where you're at and how you've managed to keep a pulse of what's happening in the edtech world over the years.
Robert, let me first say that for us, we see AI as a tool to expand opportunities, not a tool to replace educators. Let's get that straight out right away. So our mission is to help people in small, rural, and northern communities access education and training they need to get jobs. We launch these 4 free AI tools in a way to make that kind of a personalized access to education free and open to everyone. And so far, we've generated over 2.4 million user interactions in those 4 apps. So we're quite happy and quite energized by that. But remember that for us, the question is who benefits, so that AI is not the end goal. The end goal is the learner success.
Brilliant. And I've pulled up the apps here. So you have one for teaching, you have one for students, you have AI Trades Explorer Pro, which is fascinating to me, AI Pathfinder Pro. These are incredible, valuable, really highly focused apps that are practical as well. And kudos to you for your leadership in envisioning how AI could be a guide on the side, if you will. It's not just a tool.
I think you said it very well, Robert. It is a guide. It is not a tool that one programs. It's also the Socratic method, so that with each one of those 4 tools, you are having a conversation. You are having an interaction. So they probe you in terms of getting the right answers. So this way, the person using those tools is learning with AI as opposed to being taught by AI.
It's remarkable. You've had over 2 million interactions between students and educators on this particular one alone. That kudos to you. And what's the feedback been like?
The feedback has been very positive, particularly because people feel that they are secure when they use those 4 apps. We do not take your name down or your email or anything of that sort at all. It's easy to access. It's totally private. And this way, when you are using it, you are really in a world of your own, and you can do as well as you want to do.
Fantastic. What are the key risks and opportunities you see for post-secondary and lifelong learning institutions in Canada when it comes to implementing AI responsibly? There's a lot of piloting going on right now. I've been talking about it for 3 years, and we know it's being used by students in a big way, and many faculty. But a lot of school districts and post-secondary institutions are still grappling with the whole process of implementation, guidelines, ethical use, etc. Talk to me about your perspective on that.
My perspective, Robert, is that we need to avoid trying to use AI with the old paradigm. The old paradigm is that you have a professor who's teaching you, and therefore, sorry, I have this.
No worries.
My phone. I just put it on.
Yeah, no worries.
Do you need to start this question again? Because you can splash
sure.
it.
Yeah, I'll rephrase it. So you've always. So what are the key risks and opportunities you see for post-secondary and lifelong learning institutions in Canada when it comes to implementing AI responsibly?
I think the risk for institutions, whether they are colleges, universities, or schools, is to stay stuck with the issue of ethics, of framework, of cheating, as opposed to trying to change the whole instructional model, the whole learning model, to integrate and make AI a very useful tool. And that's really one of the major challenge. The second one also, Robert, is that we should make sure as organizations who are into education, we are also developing our own tools. We are not just consumer of tools being developed by the big techs, and that we are developing our own chatbots, we are adapting it. And that's where I think we're going to be very creative in the way we help students, will help the learners.
Right. Well said. You always emphasize the importance of human connection in digital learning. How do we balance the efficiency of AI with maintaining that human-centered approach?
Well, the human-centered approach rests on one thing which is fundamental, is interaction. That is, as long as what we are doing is that we are scaling interaction, we are making it more intimate, and we are also very progressive in the way the learner is actually moving forward, I think the human part will thrive. It's when we lose that interaction, when we go into a one-way communication, that I think no matter what you do with AI, it's going to simply amplify what is going to happen.
Well said. Looking ahead, what does the future of inclusive AI-enabled education look like in 5 or 10 years? What must we get right now to ensure no one is left behind? We've talked about the equity challenges and accessibility of the access, in education. Sustainability, which is what we're talking about at the summit in a big way. We're partnering with the Masters in Sustainability. We know that districts and post-secondary institutions don't have the funding to pay for Copilot or Gemini. $30 a month per person is not cost effective. It's not sustainable. So,
well, the good part about it is that AI is a bit like Google, if you like, is becoming a free tool that anyone can access, whether it is the AI tools in North America or the AI tool in China or in other parts of the world. So I think the equity is going to be there in terms of accessing that model. Where the equity really comes to a, if you like, to a crunch, is to having the device to do that. Because remember, Robert, there are many, many people, even in Ontario, who don't have access to a computer. They don't have access to a phone. They don't have access to a laptop. They don't have access to an iPad. And you need that to be able to actually move forward and really capitalize on AI.
And, you know, it's reminiscent of the information highway era when SchoolNet came along and we were talking about the federal government had a national initiative, which was of great importance at the time when everyone was just getting on the internet. And I don't know if you recall the SchoolNet Network
Yes.
of Innovative Schools program to help seed and be a catalyst for connecting all the universities, colleges, and K-12 institutions. I'm having a flashback. It's almost come full circle again with this new technology that we call generative AI in terms of accessibility. And if we are to remain an innovation country and lead globally, we really need, and we've invited the AI minister, and I hope he joins us, to implement some sort of national effort to really catalyze this access to AI and make it equitable, right? Because not everyone has that funding to spend. You know, we buy it, I pay for it personally, but people don't have $30 necessarily a month to pay for it personally.
I'm going to be a bit of a contrarian. That is, I'm a bit not skeptical, but I'm a bit cautious about what I call national initiatives, because often they take a lot of space, a lot of time, a lot of money, not necessarily reach the people who are in most need. I am more interested in having municipalities, having school boards, having colleges, having universities be, if you like, the hub in trying to reach people out. Sometimes national projects can seem very innovative, very forward-looking, but the sheer weight of them in a country as diverse as Canada can be a challenge.
Your point's well taken. Well said. It will be interesting to see how, you know, we've got the CAN Code Initiative 4.0 that the government, federal government, provided funding for upskilling teachers and students. With this round is AI
Right.
in the classroom. So it's that connectivity piece, accessibility, because CIOs and superintendents and professors will tell you, we don't know what this is going to cost. So that's presents a challenge. I mean, you know, it's at its infancy, you know, and it's
Yes.
going to take time. As we prepare for the 16th Canadian EdTech
Yes.
Leadership
Right.
Summit, what message do you have for fellow leaders, educators, innovators, stakeholders in joining us on October 29th and 30th at the University of Toronto, Mississauga, the home of where I was pioneered by Dr. Hinton, Professor Emeritus?
I have a 4-word message: build your own tools. I think that's where we need to go, not only as universities, as colleges, as school boards, or as businesses. We need to be building more. Please, let's not be consumers. Even if we are enlightened consumers, we are still consumers. We are very innovative. Professor Hinton was innovative in developing those models for us. But let's find a way to translate them into very concrete tools, and most importantly, make them somewhat tools that we can actually create new companies, new organizations, and actually grow the business and hire people to work for us. I'd like to see us create an industry in Canada. Industry is my code word for what we do.
With that, Maxim Jean-Louis, thank you so much for enlightening us with your perspective on AI in education. You truly are a champion for equitable learning in an AI-inspired world. We're looking forward to hosting you at the 16th Canadian EdTech Summit at the University of Toronto, Mississauga. To our viewers, be sure to check out www.mindsharelearning.com or .ca to learn more about the summit. We have a $100 off coupon that ends Friday. We hope to see you there. It's never been a more critical time, pivotal time in education as it stands today in modern times, and opportunities to really transform learning and personalize it in the most profound ways. But with a lens of equity and inclusion, most certainly. Maxim, final thoughts to share?
Only to thank you, Robert. That is, you and your organization, you are exemplary in the way you are making it possible for all of us to reflect on those opportunities. So please keep doing that for us. We very much appreciate it.
You are too kind. Passion has no clock, I like to say. So it's been a busy time, but exciting time. That was Maxim Jean-Louis, CEO of Contact North. My name is Robert Martellacci, the Mindshare Learning Report. Be sure to check out www.Mindshare Learning once again to get your latest issue. And until next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep the learning curve steep.
Take care, Robert. It's a pleasure.